Hey everybody. So it is a Monday and it is a hair wash day, so you can see what my hair looks like after a week. And yeah, I have it braided because I want to update you on the changes in my life. Because on Wednesday, which is in 2 more days, it will be 14 days raw vegan. So today is 2 weeks, 14 days with only water to drink when I want something to drink. I'm not saying I'm only drinking water and I'm not eating. I'm saying I'm only drinking water when I want something to drink. Because I just like repeating myself. I don't know. My children say that I do that. They say, Mom, you say the same thing over and over again twice in a row. I don't know. Anyway, so I have my phone here and I'm going to read to you what I was texting. As you guys know, I live in Hawaii. And we're military. My best friend was also military, and she lived in Hawaii, but they just PCS'd, which means that they got another duty station and they got sent back to the mainland. So yeah, it's been kind of lonely here without her. And I think that's why I've been able to do the raw vegan thing, because I need something to take my mind off of how sad I am without my bestie. And being able to concentrate on my food and what I'm eating. It helps me not think about how sad I am. I still think about her a lot, and I talk to her almost daily, being sad. So last night she was asking me because, well, first maybe I should try to share this. I don't know if you guys will be able to see this on screen. I'm going to try to see. Okay. God. Those are not my boobies hanging out from underneath the shirt. Okay, I had a tan bra on. It's not very clear, but okay, so those shorts that I have on, I put those on yesterday, a week and a half ago, or right before I started this. I could not even put these shorts on. Like, I could get them up to, like, my hip area right here, but there, look there, we can do it that way. I could get them up onto my hips, but where they, like, attach, where you like, oh, my finger, I have to do it opposite. Right here, like, it was like this huge V thing. Like, it wouldn't even come close. Yeah. So there you go. All right. I was so freaking excited when I put them shorts on. Man, I went running into my daughter's room and I was like, Chloe. She's 19 and I'm like dancing. I'm like, look at mom. I'm going to be skinny soon. Yeah. I'm a little crazy. My husband was outside cutting the yard. I went running outside. I was like, babe, look. And he's like, bless his heart. He's sweating and he's having a rough time. My husband's a computer geek. I mean, he's in the military and he's been to Iraq and all that. And so, yeah, he can handle the outside, but, you know, he'd much rather be inside fixing, like, the electronics and stuff. So he was pretty proud of me, too. Anyway, I was telling Claire about the 15 pounds. I am 15 pounds lighter. I say pounds because that's what I've weighed in. But I am almost certain, because I had so much pitted edema and so much fluid buildup, I'm probably for certain that I've lost about 8 or 9 of those pounds in fluid alone. So, she was asking me of some of my other benefits since going raw vegan. And so last night, because she's on the mainland, what we will generally do is I will just text her a bunch of stuff before I go to bed, and then she gets up a lot because there's like a 4 or 5 hour difference. She reads everything I sent and replies, and then when I wake up, I see it and I reply. So, all right, so I'm just going to read you what I was texting her, because I had a lot more benefits than I actually realized until I was just sending her this text, and I was like, holy crap, this is a lot bigger than I thought. So I'm just going to kind of read off, like, what I sent to her. So I said, so in the last week and a half, my pitted edema is gone. which kind of what that is on me. Um, Not my arm, it'd be my leg, but I'm not gonna like stick my leg up here. But on my legs, I could like push my finger down and I would keep this huge indentation. My fingerprint would stay indented into my skin for like 5 to 10 minutes. It was bad. It was really bad. Hear me when I say bad. Okay. So my pitted edema is gone. No more restless legs. I was getting up every morning about anywhere from about 4 to 4:30 a.m. Every morning I would have to wake up because I would have restless legs so bad that I just had to get up and move around. I don't really know how much I should talk about this online. And the only reason I say that is because I've always been told don't tell people you take pain medicine because you don't want people to know. Because some people like can seek that out and they know you have it, but you guys don't really know where I live, so I don't know. Okay, so I was taking a a slow release pain medicine every morning that would last 12 hours. And then at 9 o'clock, which is now, and I haven't had it, I would take 2 breakthrough. And then at 1 o'clock, I would take 2 breakthrough. And then because it keeps me from sleeping, when I would start getting in pain again around 4 and 5 o'clock at night, I would just push through it and take 2 Tylenol PM to help me sleep through the pain. That's pretty miserable, guys. But that's what I was doing. So, however, I am only taking 2 breakthrough pain meds a day, and I am no longer on the long lasting or the extended release. I am off of 1 of my depression meds. I'm still on my Zoloft only because I didn't feel like I should just take both of them off like at once. I felt like I should do one at a time. And I do want to note that I have replaced that with something. I watched several documentaries and did some reading, and I found that niacin is just as, if not more effective. There are some amazing stories with people that were suicidal, sitting, to the point of sitting in a corner in their house and just staring at a wall all day, wanting to kill themselves, who started niacin and no other drugs, and they live happy, productive lives now. So my entire family, depression, anxiety, that really runs in our family. My daughter is 19 and she's suffering a little bit. My husband has a little bit of issues. I have a lot of issues. I like to say the word a little bit, but that's lying. It's a lot. I have a lot of issues. I have my daughter on niacin day. She's taking 1,000 milligrams a day. They're 500 milligram pills. She takes 1 in the morning, she takes 1 at night. I'm taking 1,500 and have been able to knock off 1 of my depression pills. I am like, y'all, I'm a happy person. Like, it's just unreal. Okay. And just for good measure, I've been giving 1 a day to my 17-year-old son, who really just seems happy. But my family has suffered so much with depression and anxiety, and to the point that we do have a suicide in our family, and everybody, nobody knew until it was too late. So just for good measure, and because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it, and my 17-year-old has beautiful long hair, and niacin's great for your hair and your skin. So, what's it going to hurt? It's not going to hurt. I'm giving him 1 a day. So I think that has helped with the depression. Okay. I have more energy. So much happier. And my blood pressure has gotten excellent. And just a week and a half, guys, I took my blood pressure last night, and it was 107/59. Like, people, I'm telling you, like, I was up in the 130s/90s. My doctor kept saying, look, we're fixing to put you on blood pressure medicine. This is like, it can't keep going on like this. My pulse, because I have had and survived 4 pulmonary embolisms, that does do damage. And because of the damage, my resting pulse normally sets at 95 to about 95. If I get up moving around, I'm setting in the 112s to 120. And my pulse laying down on the couch when I was actually no, I had just got done cooking and cutting up vegetables and stuff like that. I cooked for my family still. And my husband was like, let's just take it while you're up moving around and see what it is. That was my blood pressure moving around, and my pulse was 86 moving around. 86, people, 86. 86 moving around. I know, I'm a little over the top. Anyway, okay. It hasn't been that good in a long time. Sleeping so much better. Do not sweat all the time. You would have thought that, girl, I was going through change or something. If I just got up and started going anywhere, I was just sweating. Like, it was gross. I just felt nasty. I was like, yeah, people are looking at me like, there goes the fat, sweaty lady. There she comes. And it was like so embarrassing to the point that I didn't even like going places because I'm like, here comes fat, sweaty me. Everybody else is freezing in this room, and here I am, sweat like a pig. But, excuse me. Anyway, haven't been doing that. Actually, I've been kind of cold. Not cold abnormally, like cold when the rest of my family's cold. Let's see. I'm not sweating all the time anymore. Oh, my lungs. Dear God, my lungs have cleared up so much. And this is something I want to go ahead and tell y'all about. I told you I have had 4 pulmonary embolisms. I also have something called granuloma in my lungs. My lungs are just covered up with it. I suffer from like a mild case of cystic fibrosis where I have constant buildup of mucus. I know it's gross in my lungs. I'm constantly coughing up junk, and yeah, I know it's so sexy, but I do. And I've been noticing that here lately when I've been coughing, it's been easier to get it up and get it out of my body where I don't have to have like these huge violent coughing fits. And I've also noticed that when I'm just sitting watching TV, it doesn't sound like there's a cat purring with me breathing. That's how bad it was. Like I could just breathe and it would sound like a cat purring or a bear growling. Like it was kind of funny, but scary, dangerous at the same time. So my husband has always been very aware of my lungs because it's a very serious issue. I've actually been intubated once in my life and like spent 2 days in hospital, kind of in a coma with a tube down my throat. So it's kind of a serious thing. We always pay very close attention to it. So my husband knows what my lungs sound like, and he listened to my lungs with a stethoscope last night. And my husband does work in the medical field, so he kind of knows what he's doing. And he was blown away. He said I had a little bit of wheezing in the top right side on exhale. But on inhale, he said they were clear as could be. He said, I've never heard your lungs like that. It's amazing. I mean, I still have junk, but it's only been a week and a half. So what I want to share with you, though, is I just went and saw my pulmonologist, and he wanted me to start. Let me get it. He wanted me to start this inhaler. And he wanted me to do it 1 puff 2 times a day for 3 months and then come back and see him. He's going to redo my breathing tests and see how well it's worked. Unbeknownst to him, I am not taking that. I have gone raw vegan since then. I'm going to go back to his office and I'm going to kind of play along. I'm going to take my breathing function test and we're going to see what happens. And I have a sneaking suspicion he's going to say, see, that inhaler works. Look how great your lungs are. And I'm going to say, well, it's kind of like this, doc. Which I think he's going to be so impressed that he's just going to be like, hey, if it works, do it. And I'm going to get proof of that. I'm going to get him to give me a printout of my pulmonary function test, PFTs, before from a few weeks ago, and then the one at 3 months. And I will update you guys with that. All right. I'm not coughing up junk all the time. I am no longer on my ADD meds, which I know it seems like right now I really should be. But I'm just happy with life, guys. Like, I'm just excited. If I needed to sit down and do something, I could. Beforehand, I couldn't. But I'm no longer taking those anymore. I no longer take Tylenol PM before bed. I haven't done that in 2 weeks. My skin seems clear. I'm not sure. I'm pooping every day, which is something that I struggled with. I hate to even mention this. I only recently started pooping every day. I have not been able to have a bowel movement without something extra, meaning an enema, in my daughter's 19, so in almost 19 years. I have had to take a laxative or an enema once a week to go to the bathroom for the last 19 years. I've had a lot of tests. They came up with something called Hirschsprung's disease, where I just did not get the sensation because there's no nerve sensation. I have had to been doing enemas since starting this, but normally I would do just one a week because that's when I would be like I couldn't tell I needed to go, but I'm just like, yeah, I probably should go. This is so gross. Up until Friday, I had done 3 in that week because I kept feeling like I needed to go, but because there had been so many years of, I still had to do an enema. But since Friday, I've been going every day on my own. It's a very interesting experience. Yeah. Okay, moving along. Pooping every day. No more tummy problems at all. I used to have to take Phenergan for nausea, and at least twice a week. I have not had any nausea or anything. I have not had gas X once. I have not had an upset stomach. I mean, I would have debilitating stomach problems constantly. Like, hey, y'all just don't understand. Really bad digestion stomach problems. All right. And, okay, no more tummy problems at all. And that's just in a week and a half. I have never felt this good in my life, and my family is seeing such a big difference in me. It is in me that it is encouraging them to get healthy as well, which is really happening with that anyway. So, yeah, guys, I'm feeling good, and I don't know, I just feel good, and I do not crave any of that other stuff, none. I did on Friday make me some raw vegan brownies, which were freaking amazing. Raw vegan brownies. There was not a darn thing in there that was bad for me, that I didn't need to eat, and the kids loved it, and my husband loved it, and I woke up this morning to find my 17-year-old and my 19-year-old in the kitchen making them a fruit bowl for breakfast. How about that, folks? In the kitchen making fruit bowls for breakfast. Nice. And we went to the farmer's market this weekend. It was just me and my husband, and he was like, I don't even need all this stuff, but I really enjoyed doing this with you, and I want to keep doing this with you, and we held hands, and I only got mad at him once, which is a huge improvement. I don't know why I'm laughing at myself. Shit, I'm laughing. That's this, y'all. I've not smiled and laughed in forever. Like, I don't even know why I'm laughing. It's like, it's whatever. It's funny. And this may be, you know what? When I stop this, I have a little clip where I went out to the grocery store, y'all. I went out by myself after dark, and I recorded a little bit for y'all. But this video may be too long already, so I may have to just sneak it into another one. So I don't know, but we'll see. But I did. I went out after dark by myself, and yes, I was a little nervous, but I did it. And y'all, when I got home, I was like, woohoo, look at me, look at me. I went out after dark, look at me. You know, all right, I'm going to let y'all go because I'm feeling, this may be too much. I'm just feeling a little crazy. But anyway, I really encourage you guys to change, to try to make these changes in your life, because on a more serious note, not only is it good for you, but it's good for our environment. And I think what I'm going to start doing on my channel is at the end of each one of them, I'm just going to say a little something that might not be that pleasant to hear. But if we don't inform ourselves, we don't know. And therefore we keep doing it. And just saying it or hear it said one time, yes, then you know it. But if it's not drilled into your mind, you don't, I don't think you see the realness of it. For instance, when I try to show my children videos of like little pigs that are being raised to be slaughtered, my daughter would scream, Mom, I do not want to see that. There's something wrong with you. Why do you watch that? I know, I don't want to see it. Yet she continues to eat bacon, and she does not make the connection between, because she won't force herself to see it. And seeing it once isn't enough. We have been brought up that we do not associate that cute little pig with that piece of bacon. So it's very easy to sit and eat bacon and not have in your mind what actually happened. And so I think at the end of my videos, I'm just going to add some, I'm not going to put any graphic things on there, but I'm going to encourage you to go look up more graphic videos. But I did download an app, PETA, P-E-T-A. I encourage you to do that. And it was talking about one of the urgent things right now was down, goose down, and live plucking. And these farmers still do live plucking, but they advertise that they don't. But PETA had some undercover people go in, and yeah, there was some pretty big name brand stuff that even I buy that it said does not do live plucking, but PETA got information that, yeah, they do. The company that we're buying from doesn't think they're getting live plucking because the farmers are lying to them. But now it's being uncovered. That doesn't mean anything will happen to it. But they pluck the goose feathers while they're alive at least 3 times in their life before they slaughter them because it's cheaper. These geese are very much alive. They're screaming in pain. They're left bloody. They are choked. They are slung around. It is horrifying. And just because something says we don't do that, we're finding out we're being lied to. And that's one of the reasons why I've gone vegan. I just don't want to be a part of it. I don't ever want to be a part of it. And buying anything goose down or with any kind of feathers in it is something I will never do again, ever. I won't even do it for my children. I still buy meat because my family eats meat. When I went grocery shopping yesterday, I had to do it. I was not enjoying it, but I did do it. So I'm not forcing my lifestyle on them. But even for them, I will not buy that. So I just encourage you to educate yourself. Force yourself to watch the cruelty and to watch it more than once. Because until you know it and it's drilled in you, you won't stop buying it and you can't do anything about it. Anyway, I gotta try to bring myself back up now because now I'm kind of sad. But anyway, until next time, my friends, hugs and loves. Bye.